What's up, everybody? This is Adam Roa. Today, I want to address one of the most common and critical questions that I get asked, which is, how do I attract the one? How do I attract that perfect person? And not just romantically, but I get this about business partners or really great friendships. And so people have been looking at the content that I've been posting, and they notice that I have a relationship of 8 years with the love of my life, Melinda Cohen, and together we travel the world, and we have a coaching company together called The Slinky Effect. And they're asking me, well, how did you find her? And I'm going to be honest, I couldn't attract her until I became the match for her. And so I'm going to take you through an exercise that I'll lead a lot of my clients through. And we're gonna find out if you are the direct match for your ideal mate to show up. And so what you're gonna do is you're gonna create a list, okay? You're gonna create a list of all the characteristics, maybe the top 5 or 10 that you want in your ideal romantic partner, your ideal business partner or friend or whatever relationship you're trying to call in. And you're gonna create this list of 5 to 10 characteristics and be as specific as you can. Do you want someone who is honest? Do you want someone who is kind and nurturing, or who cooks and cleans, or who provides financially, or makes you feel safe physically? I mean, whatever it is, it's your list. No one can tell you that it's wrong. It's your list. So create that list. And then after you have done that, you're going to create a second list. And this is the list of characteristics that the ideal mate of that perfect person would need to have. And that's a little bit more complicated than it sounds, because a lot of people will say, oh, well, honesty is number 1 on my list, and so the ideal mate just needs to also be honest. But it's actually not quite that simple. See, if honesty is the characteristic that you want in an ideal mate, then the characteristic that that ideal mate needs to have is not necessarily honesty, but being a safe space for that other person to be honest. Because have you ever been in a relationship where you might get asked a question like, hey, do you like this dress on me? Or do you think so-and-so is attractive? And you're just like, and you answer truthfully. And you're like, yeah, I find her attractive, sure. Or, it's not my favorite dress. Whatever that answer is. And then she blows up on you. And this works vice versa, guys. I'm just speaking from my own experience. But when that happens, the next time you get asked a question, you're a little less eager to be honest. You may actually lie in order to avoid having conflict. And so the point is that, so for honesty to be the number 1 characteristic in this perfect person, well, then the match for that is a safe space for that person to feel like they can be honest. And so really look into what those matches are and go through the list. And if you have 10 characteristics over here, then make 10 correct characteristics on this other one. And then after that, the third step is just look at this second list. Look at the ideal characteristics, the ideal person that is needed in order to attract the perfect partner, and ask yourself, am I all of these things? If it's 10 characteristics, do I have all of them? Do I not just have them, do I embody them all the time? And more often than not, you're going to find that you might have 6, you might have 7, but you don't have all 10. And once you get all 10, you're going to start to see the quality of relationships around you start to skyrocket. And you're going to start attracting people who are much closer, if not the exact match of what you're trying to call in. So really do this work. Be as honest as you can. You don't even have to share it with anyone, but be as honest as you can so you get a real good look at how close you are and how close you've come to finding that ideal partner. And then that's where the work begins, guys. The work begins in saying, okay, I'm missing 2 or 3 of these things. I'm gonna work on embodying those. That's the fun. Enjoy the journey, guys. You are seen, you are heard, and you are loved.